Hello there, my name's Alfie from the Brick Stack YouTube channel, and today in my living room we're going to be building my CMF stand. Now, if we go ahead and go over to my Lego Spider-Man CMF stand, and I'll just pick it up pretty quickly, we have our little CMF stand right here, which contains every single Spider-Verse CMF character, and there's even some space at the back, just for detail. But if you'd like to hear my thoughts, I'm going to be posting another video about my thoughts on every single figure. But today I'm going to be showing you how to build the stand. Before we get into it, I'm just going to let you know as well, I'm going to be updating it as I go along just to make it a bit more sturdy and just a lot more practically nice, and hopefully make it a bit more structurally sound as well, just so it doesn't fall apart when you pick it up. So yeah, I will use different pieces as well to what I show. So you may just have to give me a minute to introduce another piece. But make sure you follow along because it's a very good build and it can be used for any CMFs that you have or any figures you have. So for the first step, what you're going to do is you're going to take the 2x16 and flip it. And then you're going to grab these two slope pieces here and pop those just with the back two studs connected to the 2x16 plate right at the far edge. Then what you're going to do next is you're going to grab your 2x4 and you're going to pop that exactly in the center of your 2x16 plate. So it should be like that, where you should have one front stud exposed, one back stud exposed, and it should sit flat and perfectly. Then you're going to flip it back over and you're going to pop these just behind the slope pieces where we left a gap earlier. So just like that. And that should sit perfectly. So then I'm going to show you how to build the next part, which connects to the 1x2s. So you're going to need one of these, one of each of these pieces that I've just shown, like so, and I'll show you how to pop it all together. So first of all, I've connected my Technic piece to the end so I can connect it to the 1x2, and then we've put the little Technic pin with stud on the top, just in the center there. And you can start any way around, but the way I'm going to do it is I'm just going to pop the 1x1 plate, then I'm going to pop the stud on top, and then the tile, and it should look like that. And then you just want to pop it into either one of these modified 1x2s. So there we are. It should be looking like that on both sides. And for the next step, you just want to take your two 1x8s and pop one on like that, and the second one on the exact same way, so the tiles go by 3, which fits perfectly for one of your CMF plates. And then all you have to do next is just line up and fill out all your CMF plates. And if you've done that, then congratulations, because you've officially done the first step of the build. Okay, so next you need to make sure you gather all of these pieces like so. And then you want to grab your previous built base, and you want to just add your 2x3 slope pieces just on the edge there like so. Just so that all balances out nicely. Next up, you want to grab two 2x3s and two of a 2x2, just to make this little bit here. So you want to make 2 of these and just slot those, as you can see with this one, just right next to this 1x2 here. So it should just sit like that, and then that should all be level. Then what you want to do is you want to add your 2x16 plate, so like that. Oh, right, done it with 2 hands now, so it's easier. And as you can see, you have these bits poking out, and you want to grab your 1x8s, but obviously that wouldn't make like a great, or that wouldn't be a great choice for stability. So you just want to pop 2 of these, like the 1x2 slopes, just in between where you've slotted in the 2x2, and it should look like that. And then you just pop your 1x8s on like so. It probably is a bit weak around the edges, which is going to be sorted once you apply your 3x4 plates. So there we are. There's the second part to the display. Nice, sturdy, and not too overdone with how many pieces you have to have. It's mainly just building up the sides and making sure the plates sit firm. But yeah, it stands up nice, and you get a nice little gap as well, so they're not all too cramped together. So now I'll just show you how to build the last part. Right, so for the last layer, you're going to need to use 2 of these pieces right here, and you're just going to have to rotate this little Technique piece we did earlier, or just take it off, and you just want to slot these slopes right next to where this 2x1 piece ends, and then we can just pop that back on, and it still sits nicely and connects and supports the top as well. So you just want to add 2 of those on next. So the back should be looking like that, and then now it's just about building it up. So we have that, which is about, I want to say, about 2 plates, 3 plates, yeah, about three plates higher, which is about 1 stud. One brick, sorry. And then you just want to, chuck some of these 2x4s just along the top here. So you want 1 on each side. Oh, so hard to build with 1 hand, like that, right? And then you want to grab your pieces, like your 2x16. Now I don't actually have a 2x16 left, which means I'm just going to use 2 separate plates, but we're still going to pop 1 on the top like that, and then 1 on the other side like so. Now obviously that's not going to be very firm because that's only connected by them 2 2x4s, so you're going to want some more bricks just in the center here. So I've just used 2 of these modified 1x2s, stuck them in between like so, and then I'm gonna use that like rounded 2x2, slot that in between the modified plates, add a 2x4, and then just after that I'm gonna add a 1x4, just so that all levels and stands nicely like so. So now with this, we just need 1 more layer. So we're going to grab 1 more layer of plates. But because it's only too long, we're going to have to hang that off the edge. But we'll fix that in a second. So just quickly lay down all your plates. So actually, I think I've made the second layer maybe a little bit too tall, but that will be fine. And then again, you just want to add some 1x8s along these edges of the orange CMF base plates. And once you've done that, you have a nice display. Now you can also modify it slightly at the back here, because now you have this other gap left. So what I was going to do is I was going to grab 2 of these 1x4 snot bricks, and I was just going to line those up with the 2x2s, and I'll show you what I'll do in a second. So I think I said 2x2s, but I meant the 2x4s just under here. And as you can see, they're perfectly lined up now. And the reason I do that is then because if we have accessories like Gwen's picture of her and Miles, and we have one of the Howler Miles records, we can connect those to the back. So it's a good way to hold on to the accessories. As an example, I've just added the record and the picture, like I said, and then we still have that one. And obviously you can add more if you want to add all the accessories or the animals. Personally, I like to leave the animals out and just keep them in a Ziploc bag and put them away so I don't lose them. But then you can just start, adding your CMF figures to your stands. So let me show you what that looks like once that's done. So there we go. So there's my full display. I have modelled it a bit differently to when I first built it, just to give it more room, more height, and make more space, so it looks a bit more presentable. Again, remember, you might need to make this a bit more sturdy, but this is the final build. With that, we have the complete CMF stand, and I think I've done a pretty nice little job here. So thank you for watching if you've stayed until this point, and make sure you check out my eBay store in my channel description, and make sure you also check out my review on every single one of these Spider-Verse CMF figures. And with that, happy building and thank you for watching.